1. When designing a NASBLA-approved boating safety course, what principle ensures adult learners connect new material with their prior boating experiences? A. Experiential learning. Passive memorization. C. Instructor-centered delivery. D. Surface-level instruction. 2. Which of the following best supports the NASBLA standard for evaluation in boating education programs? A. Multiple choice tests only. B. Performance-based assessments on the water. C. Open-ended group discussions. D. Self-paced reading modules. 3. When an instructor integrates simulations of boating accidents into training, which adult learning strategy is being applied? Abstract theorizing. B. Practical application. C. Instructor lecture repetition. D. Visual rote memorization. 4. NASBLA curriculum development requires courses to be consistent with which primary regulatory framework? A. U.S. Department of Labor Act. B. Federal Boating Safety Act of 1971. C. Clean Water Act. D. National Maritime Safety Agreement. 5. Which element of communication most effectively reinforces safety behaviors among adult boaters during instruction? A. Monotone voice delivery. B. Open-ended questioning. C. One-way verbal explanation. D. Technical jargon emphasis. 6. During course evaluation, NASBLA standards recommend that instructors measure A. Learner satisfaction only. B. Knowledge, attitudes, and behaviors. C. Attendance rates. D. Instructor speaking time. 7. A mentoring technique that aligns with NASBLA's professional teaching expectations involves A. Demonstrating real-world decision-making in boating scenarios. Memorizing terminology lists. C. Isolating learners from practice environments. D. Avoiding feedback during training. 8. To comply with NASBLA's regulatory requirements, course materials must be A. Consistent with U.S. Coast Guard standards. B. Unique to each instructor's personal method. C. Printed locally without review. D. Unverified by governing bodies. 9. In adult boating instruction, experiential feedback is most effective when A. Provided immediately after skill demonstration. B. Delayed until course completion. C. Only written in final reports. D. Avoided to prevent bias. 10. The best method for evaluating boating safety competency under NASBLA guidance is A. Peer evaluation only. B. Hands-on performance and written testing. C. Oral quizzes only. D. Attendance record review. 11. NASBLA's course approval process focuses primarily on A. Course entertainment value. B. Alignment with national boating education standards. C. Instructor popularity. D. Class duration consistency. 12. According to NASBLA instructor standards, what is the most effective way to maintain learner engagement during long sessions? A. Incorporate interactive discussions and real-life boating examples. B. Deliver extended lectures without interruption. C. Minimize class participation to stay on schedule. D. Focus solely on reviewing printed materials. 13. A NASBLA instructor uses real boating case studies to encourage critical reflection. This aligns with which adult learning element? A. Problem-centered learning. B. Lecture-heavy delivery. Memorization drills. D. Textbook dependency. 14. ALA requires that boating instructors maintain compliance records. The purpose is to A. Demonstrate accountability and regulatory adherence. B. Reduce teaching workload. C. Support marketing strategies. D. Replace hands-on assessments. 15. When designing assessment rubrics for boating maneuvers, instructors must ensure A. Measurable, observable criteria. B. Subjective personal scoring. C. Open-ended grading. D. Randomized scoring. 16. A strong communication strategy for NASBLA instructors involves A. Repeating key safety messages using multiple learning channels. B. Limiting repetition for brevity. C. Reading slides verbatim. D. Ignoring audience feedback. 17. Mentoring new boating instructors should include A. Shadow teaching and guided reflection. B. Independent lecturing without feedback. C. Self-study only. D. Removing peer observation. 18. NASBLA-approved courses must ensure inclusivity by A. Providing accessible materials and diverse examples. B. Targeting one demographic group. C. Using complex technical jargon. D. Ignoring learner diversity. 19. The evaluation of course effectiveness in NASBLA programs includes A. Pre- and post-tests to measure learning gain. B. Single informal discussion. C. End-of-course satisfaction survey only. D. Random quiz distribution. Instructors who align lessons with adult learning principles primarily focus on A. Relevance and application. Rote memorization. C. Standardized recitation. D. Passive note-taking. NASBLA's education standards emphasize that instructors A. Serve as facilitators of learning experiences. Dominate discussions. C. Read directly from manuals. D. Limit learner input. 22. When assessing communication effectiveness, a NASBLA instructor should evaluate A. Learner understanding and engagement. B. Time spent lecturing. C. Number of PowerPoint slides. D. Instructor speaking volume. 23. In adult boating education, reflective debriefing after practice sessions encourages A. Deeper learning and retention. B. Memorization without understanding. C. Instructor authority. D. Competitive grading. 24. Small mandates that approved courses integrate A. Federal and state-specific boating laws. Local community customs only. C. Environmental policies alone. Outdated state standards. 25. A critical part of mentoring within NASBLA instruction is to A. Model ethical, safety-conscious behavior. B. Focus solely on written exams. Minimize learner autonomy. D. Avoid discussing real incidents. 26. Adult learners in boating safety courses typically prefer A. Immediate feedback and practical relevance. B. Delayed testing and abstract theory. Passive listening. D. Instructor monologues. 27. In curriculum development, NALA recommends incorporating A. Clear learning objectives aligned with assessment outcomes. B. Instructor discretion without structure. Unrelated case examples. D. Minimal performance measurement. 28. Which method best assesses practical boating skills in NASBLA certification courses? A. Scenario-based performance testing. B. Written reflection only. C. Verbal questioning. D. Group debates. 29. When updating a NAS curriculum, an instructor must A. Ensure alignment with current federal and state boating regulations. B. Use outdated material. C. Remove all testing components. D. Ignore stakeholder input. 30. NASBLA-approved boating instructors are expected to maintain professional ethics by A. Modeling compliance with safety laws. B. Ignoring rule infractions. C. Prioritizing convenience. D. Reducing regulatory content. 31. In a NALA class, instructors can enhance learning retention by A. Using interactive demonstrations. B. Delivering long lectures. C. Limiting participation. D. Avoiding visual aids. 32. NALA evaluation frameworks encourage instructors to measure learning outcomes through A. Valid, reliable, and fair assessments. B. Random grading. C. Instructor intuition only. D. Non-measurable feedback. 33. In an on-water performance test, a student fails to demonstrate safe navigation. According to NASBLA evaluation standards, the instructor should A. Provide constructive feedback and opportunity for reassessment. B. Fail the student immediately without feedback. C. Ignore the mistake. D. Give credit for attendance. 34. To maintain NASBLA approval, programs must document A. Instructor qualifications and teaching effectiveness. B. Marketing results. C. Personal teaching opinions. D. Informal discussions. 35. NASBLA recommends integrating mentoring to A. Support continuous instructor improvement. B. Replace formal evaluation. C. Limit feedback opportunities. D. Encourage competition. 36. Effective communication during safety drills involves A. Clear, concise, and direct instructions. B. Complex technical explanations. Nonverbal gestures only. Repetitive jargon. 37. When adapting instruction for diverse adult learners, NASBLA standards promote A. Multiple teaching modalities: visual, auditory, kinesthetic. B. One-size-fits-all instruction. C. Lecture-only delivery. D. Single assessment methods. NSBA's professional development for instructors focuses on A. Enhancing teaching, mentoring, and compliance competencies. B. Marketing the course. Reducing evaluation frequency. D. Minimizing course updates. 39. A core purpose of NASBLA course evaluation is to A. Improve the quality and safety of boating education delivery. B. Eliminate feedback mechanisms. C. Limit course renewal. D. Increase paperwork. 40. Instructors adhering to NASBLA standards demonstrate leadership by A. Modeling professional communication and ethical boating behavior. B. Avoiding engagement with learners. C. Limiting interactive dialogue. D. Minimizing course content.